This is gonna be a fun one today. We're gonna repot this aloe, and it's got quite a few babies on there, so I'm gonna show you how to separate those pups and pot them into their own pots. Now, aloe vera have a tendency to be top heavy and they can tip over easily, so that's why we're gonna be doing two things to ensure that they're not gonna be falling over so easy. So one is, we're gonna be mixing in decomposed granite into our soil, and two, instead of using plastic pots, we're gonna be putting these into terracotta because we want a lot of weight in the pot to counterbalance these heavy plants and leaves. So let's get started. I'm actually gonna start by laying this down before it falls over, and we're gonna mix up some soil. So here we've got our standard potting mix right here, which is really light and airy, and it's great and fast draining, but we're gonna add some decomposed granite to it, and this is going to give it some weight and also help with drainage, and it'll help hold those heavy plants upright without them toppling over too bad. So I'm just gonna throw some of this into there. That's a big chunk. All right, this is gonna be a fun part. We're gonna take this out of the plastic pot, separate all the babies, see what we're working with here. All right, I'm gonna start tearing into this, pulling soil away. I'm gonna end up taking off most of the soil. I'm not like gonna wash the roots or anything like that, but I need to see where the babies are and how to get them separated. Well, there's one that volunteered itself away. A lot of these small ones, I'm just breaking them off. They may or may not have roots on them, and I'll just kind of clump those together in a pot, and they'll probably all grow. But if a few of them don't, that's fine. This plant comes from a very prolific mother plant that makes babies like crazy and grows super fast. So, not really worried about it. I'm also gonna take off some of these lower leaves that are damaged. Probably better to cut those off rather than peeling them off that way, now that I'm thinking about it. That looks pretty good. Okay, this one's gonna go in my bigger pot that I have. It's more better. Packing it in nice and tight so that we don't fall over. The mother plant belongs to the famous Tony Lee. He's really good at growing aloe vera and a bunch of other plants. It's not what he's best known for though. Okay, there's one. That's the big one. Done. The rest is a breeze. It's gonna look kind of puny at first, but that's okay. There's number two. The rest of these babies, I'm just gonna cluster into one pot for now, let them root, and then I will separate them at a later date. All right, we're done. Don't water these yet. I would probably wait about a week before you water them because we did make a lot of wounds when we broke them apart and took some leaves off. So you want those to callus over before you introduce additional water into the soil. Easy peasy.